10 biggest animals you won't believe actually exist. It's obvious wild and domesticated animals come in different shapes and sizes. And today, we'll focus on the largest species that has ever walked the face of the earth. Brace yourself. Some of the mentions will leave you wishing you never saw them in the first place. Yikes. Number 10, the eel king. Does that look like an eel? Yikes! These slimy looking fish give me the creeps. They grow extra big and don't mind chilling in rivers or oceans. They're dominant around the Indo-Pacific region, but can be found anywhere else. A giant eel can grow to 10 feet or more, weighing 72 kilograms. I doubt any lone fisherman would be able to fish one of these by themselves. When planning to dance with monsters in the water, be warned. They're primarily carnivorous, and they wouldn't mind taking a bite at anything that moves. The only place you're winning a battle against a giant eel is on the plate. Otherwise, steer clear of this giant species. Number 9, giant golden-crowned flying fox. Nobody enjoys the sights of bats, and a bat bigger than a human being is a devastating sight to look at. Let me introduce you to the giant golden-crowned flying fox, better recognized as the golden-capped fruit bat. Its name comes from it feeding mainly on fruits or plants and closely resembling a fox. Who would imagine the world's largest bat species would be a vegetarian? The giant golden-crowned flying fox is endemic to the Philippines, Australia, and African caves. They boast a 215mm forearm length and can weigh up to 1.4 kilograms. Its wingspan ranges around 1.7 meters, playing a key role in their flight abilities. In one night, this bat can fly over 40 kilometers. And besides flight, the wings come in handy, keeping them warm when hibernating upside down in dark caves. Seeing these creatures glide upon the skies is just epic. As long as this creature exists, it's gonna be one of my most dreaded on Earth. What about you guys? Need not worry though, they don't have a thing for human blood. But be warned, they are carriers of a lot of dangerous disease. Number 8, giant Gippsland earthworm. I guess the odds of confusing an earthworm to an adult snake just went up after seeing this. Man, did you know this species of earthworm is so large that you can hear them crawl in their holes? It's no surprise, since this earthworm is native to Australia, where conditions are just favorable. Earthworms exist in most environments, and they have a wide range of species. The giant Gippsland earthworm is one of the largest, and it grows to an alarming length, 1 meter on average. But given the right condition, it can grow even up to 3 meters long, with a 2-centimeter diameter. They have a relatively long lifespan too, giving them enough time to grow to their maximum length. They might not be appealing to the eye, but believe me, these creatures are very essential to our soil nutrition. Without them, our farming lands would suffer a lot. These slow, sluggish earthworms aren't actually troublesome. They go about their business buried deep in the soil. Without video evidence or, well, hearing them, you'd probably doubt this species even exists in real life. Number 7, giant African snails. West Africa is home to the giant African snail species, one of the largest terrestrial gastropods. The giant African snail is considered one of the most invasive species on Earth. But once you get to know more about this lump of slimy mass with a huge shell on its back, you might change your mind about them. An adult snail measures about 20 centimeters in length and 7 in diameter. This weird species prefers mild temperatures and survives mostly on green vegetation. Farmers cannot stand these snails. They cause havoc on their crops. The relationship between farmers and giant African snails is slowly changing though, after realizing their nutritional value to the body. They actually started breeding this giant breed of snail in their farms. They live about 5 years on average, but there's claims of some living up to 10. And of course, it's also a delicacy served at your nearest Chinese food joint for those who don't have a thing for nature escapades all the way in Africa. If you sample this meal, don't hesitate to let us know how it is. Number 6, giant freshwater stingray. The thought of finding a stingray in freshwater sounds so weird. Unlike the norm, where they're found in deep and sea waters. The giant freshwater stingray is considered among the largest fish to inhabit the fresh waters. and can be a little harder to spot unless you're out solely looking for this underwater giant. The reason is their camouflage color. Although they're relatively thin, they can weigh up to 600 kilograms and spread out about 2 meters wide. It would take a team of well-built men to carry one from one point to another. The stingray doesn't demand much though, given the surrounding vicinity being muddy or sandy. They feed on small fish and invertebrates around it. This circular-shaped monster is in no way aggressive to humans, but it's still advised to keep a safe distance just in case. This harmless-looking giant can deliver a terrible sting, capable of piercing bone. It's been categorized recently, unfortunately, as one of the nearly extinct species due to deforestation and habitat degradation, among other factors. Number 5. Anaconda. Anacondas are generally large and fierce, but the largest of its species is the green anaconda. If you don't mind outdoor adventure, then you should consider heading down to the Amazon rainforest in Brazil to experience this one-of-a-kind snake breed. What makes it unique is its massive weight of about 227 kilograms. Could you imagine that? The green anaconda isn't particularly the longest, with an 8.4 meter length, unlike the reticulated python, which is slightly longer. The anaconda is much bulkier though, hence the reduced length. They are much more intimidating, with a predator look, and they can swallow prey 3 times its size. They might not have lethal poison, but they can squeeze the life out of any animal. You just wouldn't want to mess with a green anaconda. Number 4. Lelong. Crocs are known to be sizable, but Lelong broke their record. Lelong resided in the Philippines in captivity until their passing. He remains the most unique representation of the unique salty water crocodile, who was believed to be the largest of his kind known. Lelong measured 6.1 meters from snout to tail and weighed over 1,000 kilograms, nearly the same amount of weight as a small car. Unfortunately, Lelong passed in early 2013. His remains are at a museum where many people come to experience the world's largest saltwater crocodile. Dinosaurs may be extinct, but Lelong sure gave us a trip down memory lane because it resembled something from the Cretaceous period. Something big, ugly, devastating. You wouldn't take 3 glimpses at this creature before freezing in your footsteps. Number 3. Giant barrel jellyfish. Would anybody like a big mushroom? Oh wait, that's actually a giant barrel jellyfish. Scientists have estimated it to be the size of an average human. Its size isn't the only spectacular thing. It boasts a monochromatic color with a simple navy blue barrel to break out the monotony. It's rather docile despite its grotesque physique. You'll need to visit the East Pacific to witness its awesomeness for yourself. Number 2. The red kangaroo. If Johnny Bravo was an animal, he would definitely be a red kangaroo. A macho guy with big biceps, ready to punch anyone who dares cross his path. Apart from their sharp claws on their forearms, they pack on thick muscles on their hind legs, and a lean physique wraps up their look. Standing on 2s, they stand taller than an average man, and weigh close to 200 pounds. The amazing fact about the red kangaroo is that its tail is equipped to carry its total body weight comfortably, and that comes in handy in a fight. I know you wouldn't want to get into a brawl with this bad boy. You'd be KO'd within seconds. Number 1. Komodo dragon. The name Komodo dragon sure sounds like a creature drawn out of a fairy tale book. However, it's as real as you and I. The Komodo dragon is the largest lizard to live, and looks like it's the distant cousin of dragons. They can grow up to 10 feet long and weigh 300 pounds upon reaching adulthood. These lizards are predators who will prey on anything they can, even human beings. So, it may not be such a bad idea to put on a few pounds to save your life if you want to visit the Komodo Island in Indonesia. These creatures are very good stalkers. They can hide easily in plain sight due to their dusty-looking skin. See you next time.